Hi guys, what's up and welcome to today's video. And this one is going to be a clay challenge. And as you probably already can tell from the title, it's going to be one of the hardest ones so far, with just half a minute for each design. And I've actually tried out this time limit a few times before, and the results have been pretty interesting. So this should be a fun challenge to try out. And as always, if you want to try out this challenge too, you can share your work using the hashtag ClayTimeChallenge. And also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more fun clay challenges and DIY videos. But let's get started with the first design, which is going to be a narwhal. And here is what it looks like when I don't have a time limit, but let's see what I can create in just 30 seconds. So as you can see, I started out with some pink clay and I made the body for it. And also a dark pink horn. And then, with less than 10 seconds left, I made the little arms. And here is how it turned out. Obviously, compared to the real one, it looks pretty bad, but I still think that you sort of can see that it's supposed to be a narwhal. But let's move on to the second design, which is going to be a princess. I chose to make something similar to Cinderella, so once the timer was on, I made her head, and I also took some light blue clay, and I started to make the dress. And then I used the last 12 seconds to make her hair. And in the last seconds, I put on 2 pieces to be her arms. And as you can see, one of the arms looks pretty weird, but other than that, I actually think it turned out pretty good, considering the fact that I only had half a minute to make it. But let's move on to the next design, which is going to be a donut. Here is the one that I made in the past, and I'm not going to make one that has a dog theme, but let's see what I can make for this one. So I started out with the dough part and I made a hole in the middle. And I then quickly made some icing, and I also wanted to make some sort of decoration, but I only had a few seconds to make it. So my donut ended up looking like this. And in my opinion, this is probably the worst one in this entire video. It's not even round and the decoration looks pretty bad. So let's move on to the fourth design instead, which is going to be a cat. I decided to make mine a pusheen cat, and here is how it looks like without a time limit. And when the timer started, I took some gray clay and I rolled it into a ball, and I started to give some shape to the clay. And then, with half the time left, I made the tail, and I also wanted to make some legs, but I didn't have time to make all 4, so I only made 2. And then I put on all the pieces, and I also tried to separate the 2 legs. And here is how the little cat ended up looking like. And just like the rest of them, I didn't have time to make a face for it, but I actually think that this one looks pretty cute. But now let's get started with the last design, which is going to be a burger. And the thing that makes this one kind of hard to make is the fact that it has so many pieces. So I started out with the 2 buns, and then I made the meat part and the lettuce. And I also very quickly made a cheese piece. And after spending about 5 seconds putting it all together, it ended up looking like this. I think it looks kind of funny, especially because the lettuce is so big and smooth. And also because both the cheese and the lettuce are very thick. But yeah, this is how all of the 30-second pieces ended up looking like. And also, just for fun, I wanted to see what they would look like with faces on them. And here is how that went. But anyways, that was all for today's video, and like I said in the beginning, you can try out this challenge too if you want. It's a fun little thing to try out. And as always, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, and also if you have any ideas for future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.